Drive on Lugnutz.
We go live. We're not the podcast you need. We're the podcast you deserve. Because we are...
Lugnutz. Lugnutz. Welcome, Lugnutz. This week, where this bike's going, we don't need roads. With a hover bike, we have Bronco showing off its off-road capabilities. Shadows of a future Nissan Z. BMW does electric right. Recalls and more recalls. Cadillac engine down and dirty. And finally, we have an affordable Lamborghini for you and me.
Drive on Lugnutz.
As Connor did just mention, drive on Lugnutz, and we're going to drive on over here to pjnwh.com. It's where you're going to find all of the luggy and nuttiness, as well as the perjanginess here, because here we have two promos for a new series that we're doing here called Let's Play with Your Perjangers. We're going over Elder Scrolls Online with their new expansion, Greymore. And we started a Nord necromancer who will cause all hell and destruction in his wake on his quest to become a vampire.
And find better pants.
And you will fear his name, for it is Linky Doodle.
And he'll have really nice pants.
Yes, no relation to this Linky Doodle. But we did find that rather entertaining, and you will too, because we have all of the best stuff here. Let's Play, last week's Triforce podcast, AI Overlord Dan, and last week's Lugnutz podcast, Silly Putty Porsche. If you want to contact us or be part of the team, hop on over here, leave us your name, your email, and your message. Find us on all social medias there, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So we hop on over into the luggy and nutty news that is the automotiveness. And what do we have here?
Our first story is about a hover bike. This was first reported about a year ago. I don't know if we reported it. Probably not. This is the Lazareth hover bike. They have photos below of how they construct it. This transforms from a bike, and then it takes off and hovers in just 60 seconds for the there's 8.
I do like how they don't trust any part about this bike. They have it strapped down. They have her tied up. They're like, no.
Yeah,
nothing's
this
going wrong.
This isn't the first test. This isn't the first test, and
all you need is somebody
so everything is constructed around the 6 jet engines. They added 2 in the center so it could carry someone heavier than that woman.
Okay, fair enough.
Like me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or you.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
Link. Well, maybe not Link.
After I've been killing a couple of Yinglings, I would like to. Well, no, not after that. But move on.
It takes 60 seconds to warm up. It has 4 jet turbines that produce 96,000 revolutions per minute. It's powered with a Maserati power plant with a V8 engine against V8 engine cylinder.
Okay, a V8 engine cylinder against
a
the
V8 engine cylinder.
Okay,
that produces it weighs 380 pounds, and it creates 529 pounds of thrust.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of thrust, and that's a lot of power coming out of this, especially with being able to have a jet engine bike that could be viable and work. That's the first step to those flying cars. Now, a lot of people, myself included, probably not excited about the idea about flying vehicles in the air. Especially
insurance is probably going to kill you.
Well, especially with how fucking people drive now on the ground. I don't want to think about
it. Didn't look like there's a video below, I think, that we're not showing because it's we don't. Yeah, it's only a few.
But they
go
feet, over it, and they actually show you some footage of it flying, and it gets pretty high.
They tell you how they made it, and they go through the very specific details.
And you see a pretty tall tree. and it's well above that. So
It does.
It's actually
It
really
does
impressive.
look pretty cool. It is powered by 6 jet turbines.
So that's going to do it. Yeah,
They
especially
currently
with her.
have 4. They're going to add 2 more, so it's really going to go.
Especially with her, that's going to propel her around, man.
Probably.
So that's cool, man. I found this. It popped back up around on the social media feed, and how can you not talk about this? This is the future. You know?
I don't know. This is fantastic.
Now it's powered by a petrol engine, but you could easily do this because you know what it takes to lift somebody. All right, 6 jet turbine engines, and you can make that work.
When you hear what BMW is doing, you're gonna wish they put an engine in this.
Okay.
There's no Mercedes news because
Bronco?
Tom Brady is selling his van.
Oh.
So there's nothing about Mercedes. Everyone wants to talk about his van. But Ford is coming out with a brand new Bronco, and they have off-road footage that shows all the juicy off-road goodness. This will be available in 2021. It has a 4-cylinder or V6. They're not sure. They think it's a V6.
2.7 liter
You can,
EcoBoost V6 though.
Yes, you can play the
So it's
turn
not
off the
actually-
sound and play the footage, and you can see all of it. It'll have a 2.3 or a 2.7 liter engine, 7-speed manual, ultra low crawler gear. There are 2 ultra low crawler gears.
Nice.
In the video, you can see the rear wheel braking while the front wheels are moving forward to show you its real off-road capability.
Nice. Yeah, and you just saw it there. That's really
Improved
nice.
turning radius for technical wheeling.
Very nice.
So it looks like they're really showing you that this is an off-roader that can really hold its own.
Zebra paint stickers,
Yes, everyone uses those.
because you can't show them the color.
Yeah, you wouldn't want us to.
Heaven
we've
forbid.
seen the. All right, never mind. We've seen the footage. We know what it looks
Yeah.
like.
But still, man, that's
This one will
impressive.
be powered by Ford. Oh,
That's
I didn't know.
impressive, man. Especially with the rear wheels locking up, that could really give you a tight turning radius and help you out in some sticky situations in the off-road.
It's nice to know they're not just throwing anything together. They're really putting a lot of effort in this for all the people
Well, I mean,
who
they
love
shut
good
down their
four-wheel drive.
sedans, so they got to put their attention into somewhere. And a lot of people love Broncos, especially
Yeah,
the old
and they
ones,
have
man.
the 2-door and the 4-door version in the video. So they're testing everything for off-road capability.
Hopefully, they're 6 feet apart.
Well, they're in different cars, so I think the
You're
rules
right.
are
You're
different.
right. That's probably enough. You can never be
But
too
it's
safe.
not all good news for Ford. They have 2 safety recalls for the Ford van, Ford Transit van, and the 2020 Mustang, oddly enough. The seatbelts don't work in a crash, so you're going to want to get that fixed. And they have camera issues that cause collision assistance problems, cruise control, high beams, lane assist, and about 47 million other things.
So what you're telling me is that drivers will need to actually pay attention and be careful and drive.
Yeah, and if your car or van was built in the Rocky Flats assembly plant, they have a reference number.
Okay.
I don't know what it does. It's 205 or S. I can't read my handwriting. We'll say S. 26. 20S26.
All right.
So be getting around to call your Ford dealer, and they'll tell you all the juicy goodness.
Check it out. Overall, rule of thumb is to just call the Ford dealer, see what they suggest. They can run your van, let you know if you're affected. So they don't die.
All right.
What's Nissan got going on here?
Nissan is only going to add one. This is the only photo.
Never mind. Put it back. Put it back.
Nissan is only going to add one electric vehicle to go with the Leaf. It's the Ariya, I assume named after Arya Stark.
Oh, good. We both have
What's
the
that?
same
What's
idea.
that? What's that actress's name? It's named after her.
All
for you, I guess.
It
It might be spelled differently, but whatever.
You know what I'm going to call her? Me.
Electric vehicles, they say, will be 60% of sales by 2023. So we're all going to be jumping in. This one should have a 300-mile range in 2023.
Okay.
And it'll add the Leaf is the car, and this looks like the crossover SUV with some very interesting rims.
Yeah, those rims are to be desired. Hopefully, if you get to like
They're,
an upper trim level.
Normally, they have 2 or 3 options.
Yeah,
for
if you get to an upper trim level, hopefully you can get rid of them and get.
They might be the upper trim level.
Good, then go lower. Go lower. Shoot, aim lower.
Yeah.
Limbo lower now. But I'm not overall crazy about that. We do see a lot of these new cars coming out with this kind of semi-hatchback kind of rear end.
That's the new crossover look for.
Now it gives you the illusion of more room on the interior, which is why they're doing it. But also, I'm really not crazy about that look.
Yeah, I don't like the look at the black.
Yeah,
around the wheels.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it look like it's going to a 4x4 meet.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Kind of looks like the plastic you put on couches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that one.
This is part of their 4-year growth plan, and
grow more.
They also have news about the new 400Z.
Oh.
This is the only photo you're going to see. There's a photo below. There's a video below of this. This is the video. That's the most exciting part of the video.
So we're good to us on that.
We can stay right here. They want to have it between $30,000 and $50,000.
You can also just use your imagination and probably just imagine what it looks like.
It's probably going to look like a Nissan Z.
Yeah.
They plan on having it to have 400 horsepower, 350 torque, 7-speed auto, or they might give you a 6-speed manual.
You know, I plan on having a 6-pack, but I don't see either really happening.
They will be using Infinity parts for the transmission. Rear-wheel drive Nismo will have 80 horsepower more. They have concept photos below.
But I also like here. You see, that's a bigger rear end.
It is a big rear window.
Because all the other Zs really had a lot of...
These photos.
They really had... Oh, good Lord.
These are kind of like inspirations, I guess. They're different.
Not that one, but not the orange one. But
the
silver one.
It could be the same car with different paint. No, the lights are different.
Yeah, no, I like the silver one. That one is not bad. But
the orange one reminds me of one of those British MGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have those really...
Yeah, but as long as you give me
shapes.
as long as I can see out the back. It's not a Lamborghini. It's not a Ferrari. I'm not hanging out the window to park my car. Give me a goddamn rear window.
Absolutely.
Or a camera. I don't give a fuck.
Rear-wheel drive, 400 horsepower to start.
There you go.
Next, we look at a stiletto. Not the type you're thinking.
Not heels?
The Kia Stiletto is what they say in the story is entry-level goodness. I believe this is a first look. That's the look that we get.
A very
18-inch wheels, 2-liter or 1.6-liter engine with 175 horsepower. All-wheel drive, 10.25-inch touchscreen.
Yeah.
25 to 31 miles to the gallon. 62 feet of cargo space in the back.
Yeah.
More space than Toyota, Honda, and Nissan.
I can already tell you who they're targeting at this. This is the young teenager. Moy says it's an ugly ass color, which it is. You're right.
Yeah.
But they're looking at the young teenager. Oh my God, this is my first car. Isn't it so cool? And they're also looking for the mom who thinks she's still cool.
Yeah, that's why people buy SUVs.
That's why they buy a Kia. Because it's affordable.
You've had kids. You're now waiting to die.
It doesn't look
and retire.
Like it's affordable. That's why you buy a Kia.
Okay.
Where's the mask?
Yes. Should be 4-cylinder.
Oh, God, I shouldn't have looked at that.
Yeah, it gets a...
It's grinning because it knows how ugly it is.
Yeah.
You're still
MSRP 23,000-ish.
So average savings about 24. So
looks distinctive. That's a very polite way of putting it.
Hit or miss efficiency, sluggish in acceleration, even with turbo power. That's because you have a fucking
You got a big ass
lawnmower.
and a lawnmower.
You got a lawnmower engine and a leaf blower turbo, and it doesn't give me power. I spent $23,000 because I went on TrueCar and got a deal, and this is not the car I wanted. Because you bought a Kia. I'm sorry. I'm not really a big fan of them.
But,
Our Iron Kelly checking in.
It's
He
now
said,
a podcast.
Moy says it looks like the Mustard Mobile. Kelly says, "Hey y'all," and that bumper though.
Yeah, it's
The soccer mom who has 100 freaking coupons, says Moy, and keeps getting uglier. Yeah, man, you're right. You're all right.
I think it probably starts with we don't really like SUVs.
Not much, but
From the outside looking at them, I'm sure they're wonderful inside when you don't have to look at it.
Moy will let you know that I did actually drive in a Kia SUV. I drove a Sportage.
You had the
it
Sportage
was
for a while.
ugly. It was olive green. I bought it because it was a green color, and you don't.
But you did get some comments every now and then about some people saying how great they thought it. So
oh yeah, but they were
not for everyone. I remember when the Kia came out with the Soul, man, with that shape, man, did that get you?
Kelly says any hot dog would love that car, and Moy says I'd literally put myself in timeout if I ever bought that. I need to reevaluate my life.
Well, if you want something with power, we can go to our next story, all about how BMW does electric right.
There you go.
BMW is eventually going to take an M5 and make it all electric in 2023. That's what the plug looks like. Let's hope they have photos.
Look, man, if you're putting that M logo on a BMW, now we all know with electric power,
they're going to give it 1,006 horsepower.
Katerina says, I like the orange one and I don't like polka dots. Not many people like polka dots on cars. But here's the thing. When you put that M logo on this BMW, you got to have that, German sports feel to the car. And you got to have that instant torque that everybody knows from Tesla.
Usually does things right. And with this one, they're having 1,006 horsepower, 135 kilowatts, with 400 volts for 435 miles range. They've been a hybrid since 2017.
I gotta say, this is probably the title of the podcast right here. Moy says, went from the Mustard Mobile to the BMW Vibrator.
Yeah. Yes. Go down. Let's hope they have there.
That's your Vibrator, Moy. Yeah.
That's
the current M5, and you're gonna have an electric version of this. All right.
It'll be absolutely
That's
quiet.
a Vibrator anybody would
think
hop
at
on.
first, and with all electric, I'm going to miss the engine noise.
Yeah. Well, they could always give you somebody like, I would lend my voice talents to see how believable that was?
The current M5 has 750 horsepower. Going from 750 to 1,006 in a four-door saloon.
Ooh.
That's how you do electric.
Absolutely. Especially with BMW, you're going to be comfortable the entire time, and you're going to be ripping corners just like that. So hopefully they get that electric going on that one, man. That would be good.
If that's where high-end is going, everything looks fantastic. So, Lexus is also doing electric, but their electric vehicle has a 600,000-mile warranty.
Or 10 years.
10 years.
Or 10 years. Whatever comes first.
UX300E. What a dumb name.
Look, I don't have to be a lawyer to tell you which is going to happen first. 600,000 miles or 10 years. You got 10 years. Nobody's going to drive. Most people drive 12 to 15,000 miles a year. That is what we call a safe bet.
Not only that, they say it should keep, in 10 years, it'll keep 70% of its charge. You get 248-mile range in the beginning, and you can get 173 after 10 years.
Once again, though, what's going on with this? What's going on with the fenders? No, I don't have time for you. Look at this. What's going on with the fenders here?
I don't.
The black stuff. What's with the black stuff with around the fenders?
I don't get. I like the rest of the car. I don't really. Well, maybe not
Maybe
the rest
blue.
of the car.
Maybe it's just the angle.
It could be
of
the
picture.
blue.
Could be the picture, but I don't like
The fender,
changing
little
the
fender. They got a. It should be the color of the body, but
It reminds me of like the Honda Element, how they had like the absolutely absurd, cheap, like
the
grocery
cheapest
store.
plastic.
Yeah, the grocery store
ever.
plastic right around the fenders and
Yeah.
all over the car. It probably mentally scarred me, but I don't like that look around a fender.
And that plastic was always like white from
It
when
would-
you wash it and rub it.
It would oxidize.
Oh, yeah.
You could do any kind of oxidation treatment, and it would instantly just become white. I mean, white, really white.
White.
Like, I won't arrest you white. Sorry. Only one of the night. But I do like the blue color, though, because Lexus does have really solid blue color. Moy says the Lexus love banger. And Katarina says, so judgy McJudginess. Moy says, I'm just here for the free chips and dip.
Ah, I didn't know we offered that online.
Obviously, we offer chips and dip.
Well, that's why we pay them.
Yeah.
It should have 204 horsepower.
Okay.
And 248 miles. That's not bad for, a current electric car.
Moy agrees with me. Looks good, but,
Fender's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And Lexus, they do have really good warranties on their stuff.
good warranties and good cars. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Because Toyotas, everybody knows
wouldn't
Toyotas to
buy
last forever.
This one, but
No.
I
Everybody
probably
knows
try and get a
Toyotas
car.
to last forever, but Lexuses are right there with them.
Yeah,
It's
they are.
luxury export US. That's what Lexus stands for, and it's all a Toyota company. So you're still going to get the same solid reliability that you would get out of any of their products. So
On the regular cars, I think they have an unlimited powertrain warranty. Like it will never
It's something
break, and if it
insane.
does,
yeah,
it seriously blows your mind what they're doing over
it
there.
goes
at
down to the
Lexus.
production value of what they do when they make the car.
Absolutely.
Off of their dick and on to Cadillac.
Up next, Cadillac has got an amazing engine, and they do amazing engine stuff. So, they have a 4-cylinder engine and a V8 version that they also do. They're getting about 300 horsepower out of their 4-cylinder engine. There's a chart at the very bottom we'll get to. 2.7 liter with 2 turbos for low-end torque.
Okay.
90% lag is 90% is only 1.9 seconds. 90% at peak. 3-position camshaft for fuel economy. From performance mode to economy mode with 2 cylinders.
And here we take a look at the turbo. And for those of you that don't know how turbos work, it is essentially, like I said, a blower that you
Suck,
would use.
squash, bang, blow.
Yeah, so it sucks in the air quick and it blows it out quick. And here you see the inner and outer volume and the actual turbine. And it's
It's a
all
really
down,
nice diagram.
especially when it comes to air. It's all about the air chamber. How it's wider here, it's thinner here to guide the air and to direct it to where you need and to really get it to what you want to do. So that's kind of where they're, really pulling from on this one.
They have a chart down the bottom with the V8, 300 horsepower. There it is. Go to the very bottom. There should be a chart. Let's see. The chart is the one with the
There we go.
bars. There.
So the horsepower, 310, 325 with 350 torque and 380 torque. That's not bad.
Versus the
Chevy
Silverado, and it beats them in every category.
That's not bad, man, for the Cadillac CTV4 or CT4V. Getting 380 torque and 325 horsepower over the Silverado. That's pretty impressive out of that engine.
That is. Would you like to own a Lamborghini?
I mean, who wouldn't? But
There is someone who thought that you'd like to own a Lamborghini. You can own a Lamborghini for $380. It comes in pieces. It's a kit.
okay.
It's a kit car.
About
Three-
4,000
three
pieces.
about 4,000 pieces, and
Okay.
it'll be about $400.
Moy, this is right up your alley.
See, you can take the doors off.
Look,
and
all
there's
you gotta
the
do is
bumper.
tell Nina, look, all I want,
It comes with wheels. Nice wheels.
I just want a Lamborghini. and
There it is.
that
You can almost not tell the difference.
This may actually be the
think
way you get one.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And the detail, man.
Yeah, look at it compared to the one in the back. That is beautiful.
And a little
I didn't
fun
even look
fact
at the
here:
pictures.
Lego actually makes more tires than any other tire manufacturer.
Well, that makes sense. You ever step on one of them fuckers?
I know, man. Well, the tires aren't as bad as the Lego bricks.
When they're attached to one of them bricks?
Yeah, but even look at that engine, man. That engine, you see you got
probably
brake
the
rotors right
engine-
here, the wishbone suspension. You got the subframe with the whole, intake and everything. That's impressive.
That is seriously, you will be built. Wow, man, that's amazing.
My God.
They have that looks like
Lego has so many brilliant minds just to build, and that's how big it is. For kind of perspective here, that's impressive.
That's what
That
you
makes
get
it worth the money.
for $400. That
Oh my God.
totally looks worth it, and you too could own a Lamborghini.
If we had that would be in every shot of every podcast. It would
I have
be
to build
right
a
here.
shelf. A shelf.
It would stand out from
A
the green
shelf.
screen, and it would just sit here.
It's going to be a very odd shelf.
Yes.
And it's got the Lambo doors.
Well, that would really kind of be fucked if they didn't have the Lambo doors after doing all of this. But that is awesome, especially the gauge cluster. Look at that, pure Lego. God, and your little
Absolutely.
shifter. That is so awesome. That's speaking of my childhood and my own personal dreams right now.
V12. Have your very own Lamborghini V12.
That's the only time I'm going to get a V12.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord. I am really
Unless we can get one
impressed
for
with
free
Lego.
and turn it into a coffee table.
Yeah, I am really impressed with this. This is so fantastic. Get yours today for $380.
But if you have a Mitsubishi, you might be getting a call.
Ooh.
Mitsubishi's cars and SUVs are having some suspension problems.
Ooh, what was that? Outlander or Lancer Sportback, Outlander, and Outlander Sport models.
Because of road salt, it'll affect the suspension, and your car will, I assume, fall off the body.
Especially being in the salt regions of North America, this is very important for our local people to take this into account and call your local Mitsubishi dealer and get this checked out.
Not only that, they will send you a letter with instructions. If you own the car, they love you. They're gonna get you. They're gonna send a letter out to you. Look, in
We
your
love
mailbox.
you.
If you're really worried, give them a call.
Yeah.
They're waiting for you.
But chances
they love
are,
hearing from you.
it's only recalling 141,200 Lancers, Lancer Sportback, Outlanders, and Outlander Sports. So it's front suspension stuff. If anything goes with the front suspension due to corrosion, due to salt, most likely you would hear a noise first. That's
Yes.
just my own kind of, mind going on that. But,
So if they're sending you a letter, no need to worry. They got you covered.
yeah, man.
And when you go in for your regular service that you do every 3 months or so, they'll hook you up right then.
Absolutely.
You might even get a good loaner car out of it. Probably a Mitsubishi. Ask for the Eclipse.
Yeah, it would really be fucked if they gave you like a
Convertible. That'd be nice. Wouldn't it be nice to get a rental convertible when your SUV is getting fixed? I'd really like a convertible.
All depending on what you want. But just give them a call. So,
Yes.
that's-
As we end out the show today, we'd like to give you a Lugnutz tip. When your car has been sitting idle for a while, animals have a tendency to crawl inside.
yes, they
It's been a
do.
bit of a problem lately in the news. Didn't qualify as an actual story, but, drive your car every now and again.
Well, and that's the thing, because animals especially, they have tendencies to burrow around your car because normally it's very warm in the summertime.
I had
They make
mice in the fan belt one time you cleared out.
Yeah.
And in the brakes. 2 brakes.
Now, I'm at the dealer.
I now don't live
Even
in
at the
country.
places I've worked, I've seen cats in the serpentine belts. I've seen rats in the blower motors.
Oh, a snake.
I've seen.
I heard of a
snakes.
snake
Yeah, snakes.
wrapped around the whole thing. He had it towed in.
Mice living in the car. I've seen literally an
Raccoons.
ant colony. The car was infested with ants all over. The car was completely
Dad left the
coated
car-
in ants.
Dad left the car idle for a while, and he had squirrels living in the trunk.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you leave a car, the animals will take it back, and they will not pay
Nature
you for
will
it.
recover.
Yeah, and
Your car.
especially with them, you got to start the cars, especially with newer cars now. If you have a lot of electronic stuff in there, they need to be driven. I know, social distancing. Stay 6 feet apart, bitch. Just drive around your parking lot, drive around your neighborhood. Give it a good half hour, 45-minute drive.
When Grandmom had a car, she'd go outside and run the car, sit in the car for 30 minutes once a week.
That won't do it for all of the cars now, especially
Not
the newer
nowadays.
cars. Newer
but
cars shut off the alternator.
It
because
worked
of
for her
gas
little
efficiency.
Toyota.
Yeah.
Her 87 Toyota.
Yes, until she wrecked that. But we
But
also
everybody gets cataracts, and we'd like, if you don't,
Yeah.
when you get your cataracts fixed, we'd love to go to PJNWH on the Contact Us page. Tell us all about all of your motoring needs, wants,
Yeah, man.
wishes, and desires.
You have something that you always wondered about cars. I am a mechanic. I've been a certified mechanic. I got plenty of experience in the field. Let me know. Contact us. The link's right to the email. I will see it. I will contact you back. We'll put you on the podcast. You have a vehicle you've been working on?
We'd
You a
love to
little
hear
bit of a
about your
motorhead?
passion project.
Absolutely. Send us pictures. We'll interview you, man. We'll have you on like we did our Iron Kelly. And we'll talk about everything luggy and nutty. You can find us later on all social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, on our website, pjnwh.com, as well as all of our projects, Let's Play with Your Perjangers, Triforce Podcast, and this one, the Lugnutz Podcast. Also, check out Matthew Kennedy. He has the Not So Good Gamer streaming on our site, and he also has the group that is So Gamers. Check them out and follow them on Facebook. And, yeah, that's all the plugs I got for right now. We will see you guys tomorrow for the Triforce podcast, right around the same bat time, same Matt channel. And it doesn't matter if you drive a Lego Lamborghini or a Maserati. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next time. Drive on! Not crazy about that look.
Yeah, I don't like the, look at that, the black
Yeah.
around the wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of makes it look like it's going to a 4x4 meet.
Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe, yeah. Kind of looks like the plastic you put on couches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that one.
This is part of their 4-year growth plan, and
Grow more.
Pizza. Hold on. Pizza. Cuckoo.
Quarantine? We are not in quarantine. Quarantine? This is not quarantine. This is Lugnutz. Lugnutz. With 2 hutes.
now we're going to calculate how long it's going to take for everything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
2.3
2.
hours. And by my calculations, it should be about 2.3 hours or so. I'm going to have to upload the latest episode that we just did of Perjangers and Walljangers. Second episode of Let's Play with Your Perjangers, starring Your Perjangers right here.
And
Mattman and
Linky
Big Brother.
Doo.
And
Linky Doodle. That's what we call the
our
character.
Nordic necromancer Linky Doodle. You can look out for that one coming up every Saturday.
Oh, we're going to end it.
Shutting it off. We're done.
We had a lot of people watching today.
Oh yeah, man. It was a good turnout.
There's a lot of motherfuckers on today. I knew them all. We knew them.
I tell you what, this was really great Lugnutz.
Fantastic.
It was quite possibly my favorite, especially the thing with the hover bike that was a motorcycle.
Or is it a car?
It could be.
It has
either.
4 wheels.
But I tell you what, they're not going to be confused by hitting that subscribe button right there. They're also going to smash that like button down there. They're going to go ahead and find all of the Luggy and Nutty playlist right over there. And above my head, well, that's just the best Lugnutz or Perjangers and Walljangers video for you. And as we always say, drive on, Lugnutz.
Thanks.